All right, hello. It has been a while. I have not made a video in far too long. I've kind of just been busy with other parts of life, other hobbies, doing some Warhammer 40,000, some more fitness stuff than usual, and just in general, haven't really had time to flip. But I sold a couple of knives off, and in that process, I was contacted by LDY or Liddy or whatever to take a look at some of their new Balisongs. So this first one, I believe, should be a Frank P. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't opened it yet. But I said, okay, yep, sure, I'll take a look at this, and we will go ahead and do a little unboxing here. Hopefully I don't cut myself in the process. That would be frankly embarrassing. So we got it. We're going to see what it is, and we're going to talk about it. So you're going to get my first impressions, first thoughts live as we go. First off, in a box with bubble wrap. So we've got that here. Pretty nice packaging. Nothing too crazy. Just got their logo, their company name, Instagram, and website right there on that side. So we're gonna go ahead and take this shrink wrap off and see what we've got. Little pull tab, and here it is. This is in fact the Frank P. It is much like their metal Frank. Okay, with a little coin. Much like their metal Frank, it's a plastic, or it's a much like their metal Balisong, it's plastic. No, much like the metal Frank, this one has that cute little face, and it's clearly designed to be unthreatening and be just essentially a very easy entry-level trainer. Oh, haven't flipped in a while. This doesn't feel too bad. So right off the bat, the construction is pretty neat. It's got, it's got the typical pivot area. I'm not sure if it runs on bushings or not. I would have to, only a little bit of play. Either it's really well tuned or it's running on bushings, which would be nice for a plastic trainer. It's got these little pins in here, which if I had to warrant a guess, are for weighting, but they don't seem to be adjustable. I have done literally no research on this, so I'm literally just talking about what I see right here in front of me. Right up close, we've got the little Frank face, which kind of is, it reminds me of Pac-Man, but a cuter Pac-Man. Otherwise, it's very similar to the, ooh, there we go, a little bit lighter than I expected. Very similar to the Squiddy in terms of general like handle texture. And again, like the Squiddy, it's got a cute little face, although this one has more of an indicator for which side the bite side is, because it's got a little mouth, little bites going on there. That's a little sticky. Let's go ahead and put some lube on it and make sure it's lube and not super glue or plastic glue from the miniatures over there. Just gonna put a little drop on each pivot and see if that changes anything about the feel. Okay. This is by far my most rambly video ever. I mean, I'm giving you my impressions right off the bat without any sort of editing, without any sort of opening or, opening it ahead of time. We're just gonna listen to that clack for a second. It's a little loud, but that does happen with plastic Balisongs. You get that hit on hit. Okay, that smoothed things up a little bit, getting a little bit of lube in those pivots. Man, I have not flipped in a hot minute, and plastic is so much lighter than I remember. I keep nearly chucking this thing across the room. So, it does feel pretty good though. It feels marginally better than what I remember the Squiddy feeling like. I don't have a Squiddy on hand anymore, but it has a lot of the same issues that Squiddies tend to have. Despite being a completely different company, a completely different maker, where it just sticks just a little bit at certain points if you don't really add some heft to it. The pieces are so light. But on the other hand, it is a fun, cute little, it really emphasizes the toy aspect of the hobby, which is really good, especially for entry-level things. I believe I said it when I talked about the Squiddy. it's really important, I think, to have an entry-level product that is just friendly and unassuming. It's a really good way to, I think, grow the hobby and get people involved, is just something cute and fun. Something that parents don't feel threatened by, something where you don't have to worry about, oh, you know, will this get confiscated by TSA or the classroom if you're a student still. So we've got that. It is the Frank P by LDY, and I really do like it. It's pretty nice. I really like these little inlays here with the little Frank face. I think it's a neat little aesthetic touch. It doesn't do anything for grip. It doesn't do anything for balance, but it does just add a nice little aesthetic flair. I'm really pretty impressed with the overall attention to detail for being a plastic Balisong. It really feels like the designers wanted something that would differentiate itself from the Squiddy, which would be its main competitor, while simultaneously still fitting that mold. Balancing it is a little bit, let's see, right about there. Not too shabby. Whoop. And that's what it sounds like when it hits a hardwood floor. I will pick that up in a second. So, overall, I just want to say a huge thanks to LDY for sending me something to look at. I really appreciate it. It was great to have an opportunity to look at something and really just open it firsthand and see it for the first time on camera. I haven't done that in a while. I'm a little rusty, but I really appreciate the opportunity. Again, thank you so much to LDY for sending that to take a look at. I like the little details. Having a little coin that comes with it's nice. The box is honestly, you know, it's a box and a Balisong comes in, so I can't really say too much about that. Again, it's just a nice little foam insert there with a little, God damn it, I put the tab in backwards. That's fine. That's my own fault. That's what happens when you don't have any sort of prep work involved. So overall, I'd say it's a really neat product. It's a really good plastic Balisong, as good as a plastic Balisong can be. It's got a neat look that really stands out and differentiates itself from the Squiddy, which is important. But simultaneously, it does have the same flaws that a lot of plastic Balisongs have, which is it's incredibly light. It's a little bit stiff at certain points with carrying momentum through, just because if you don't add some heft to it, it just doesn't go because the plastic is light and doesn't carry momentum very well. But it's fun to use overall. And I really don't have anything negative to say on its actual construction or presentation or anything. It has the flaws a plastic Balisong has, but it does the things that a plastic Balisong does really well. And I look forward to hopefully seeing more of their products in the future and maybe doing 1 or 2 live blade reviews again. It's been quite a while, and thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. If anyone wants follow up on anything or a Q&A or any sort of deep dive into what I've been up to recently, go ahead and leave that in the comments. We'll see how this one does, and thank you again.